Hello everybody, Ken here. Welcome back to The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Jumping back in as ever. Now, we've got a few options here. We still haven't beaten Sheol with Cain, or with Judas, or with the Blue Baby. We haven't actually had a chance to. We beat the Cathedral with Eve. We beat the Dark Room with Samson. Or we could just go with a random character. Maybe we should try and see if we can take Judas a little bit further this time. Could be a good shout. Here we go, the basement one. Oh, and we've already taken half of our health in damage. It's always a good way to start. I've got a lot of reflection on my screen today from the sunshine, which is not ideal. Obviously, we're not going to go in our curse room. Nice fatal early curse room. Always a bit of a risky play. And I guess we're looking early on here for some health upgrades. Full health, you know, not great, but it's appreciated and we'll know what it is later. It's probably not going to be much more useful than half a heart on this floor anyway. So we'll try and clear out this big old room. We kind of, I guess, want to look to pick up some spirit hearts. We've got 2 bombs, so we're going to definitely be looking out for those tinted rocks. See if we can nab ourselves a delicious spirit heart treat. And that should set us up to a slightly better position. I'd love to get a devil deal, but to do that we're going to need at least 1 or 2 health upgrades. Or we're going to need a devil deal that's so good that we don't mind going down to no hearts. Like the dead cat's always a good one to take, because you know that you can then you can basically trade in your life for more devil deals as soon as you take it, which is always a fairly reasonable thing to do, I think. Doesn't look like we've got any tinted rocks in here, but I could be mistaken. Right, and here's our item room. And we got the Game Kid, which is it's a fun item. Get this gonna eat all this poop. Delicious. Now it's not specifically there to eat poop, it also makes you invincible, and anyone you kill, it's kind of like the unicorn horn, but anyone you kill has a chance to like restore health to you. So it's actually quite a potent item. But the Book of Belial is real good, and the thing the Book of the Belial will do is it will guarantee us devil room deals if we do get a few health upgrades. Because the Book of Belial basically increases your percentage by like some stupid, it's like 2500%, 2500% additional chance to, so you'd have to have some incredible negative modifiers to not find it. The difference is it's not a guarantee. The goat head item is a guaranteed devil room, and the only reason that's different is if you pick up the Book of Belial after your devil room would have popped, then it won't show up. But if you pick up the goat head after the devil room would have popped, then it will show up when you return to the boss room. Oh crikey. That guy sniping us from up top did not help us there. For sure. Well, thankfully we can heal up and we can get into our boss room. And we've got the Book of Belial. Shouldn't be too bad. The old Duke of Flies. We'll try and put the hurt on him early before he gets the flies out. Trying to get as many hits in as possible. He's not putting out too many flies. This is okay. And we're able to kill the flies quickly with our high damage and our Book of Belial. We get a spirit heart. We get the Jesus juice. And also, I guess the goat head will give you a devil room on... Will the goat head give you a devil deal room on the first floor? I think it might do. Which the Book of Belial, obviously, as we see, doesn't do that. I think this could be our secret room. Gotta be worth a try, and sadly it's not. Which means it's going to be a little bit harder for us to spot our secret room, so I think we just keep our bomb for any kind of tinted rock potential down the line. We hop down to the next floor. And just make good progress, I guess. Basement 2. What are we looking for on Basement 2? Well, really kind of anything is okay. Our damage is good, so we could definitely do with some shot speed or just more general survivability. I guess we can go in here. Would have been maybe a good idea to charge up our Book of Belial first. But I don't feel too badly. Judas's base damage is pretty sustainable. So I think we're okay. Just fighting old Monstro here. Just hopping away from him. Trying to dodge to the side whenever he's chundering. Nice and straightforward. Nothing too fancy. That one was a little bit scary. Did come quite close to us there. But we're okay. And we'll clean that up. And I think it might be like a Larry Jr. thing here. It's the blue one as well. So maybe we'll get an item from it. From our old champion Larry here. We'll pick up the Sin Heart because it might be useful. If we take a bit of damage, then we can clear out the room with the Sin Heart. Definitely going to try and put... I think we've put the most hurt onto this middle guy here. There we go. There he is. Always good to try and focus one down if you can. Make your life a little bit easier. Like, obviously not to the point where you're just refusing to shoot the other one. If you've got 3 hits on one, then take it. But where you can, try and put as much hurting onto one guy specifically, because it's going to be beneficial. We could always have full carded out, of course, but I think that's better used on somewhere where you're guaranteed to take damage, such as the curse room, because there we weren't guaranteed to take damage, and as it transpired, we didn't take any damage. So I think it was well worth our while to do that. I'm going to put a bomb here. I want to make sure I get this tinted rock, but I also want to have a chance of finding a secret room if there is one there. Doesn't look like there is. I think that would have been close enough to trigger it. We did get a spirit heart, but God, I don't like this room one bit. I don't really want to go in the shop, although we do have enough coins for it. We'll grab the common cold because it's free. Try and sneak through there, and hopefully we won't have to come back in this room again. And here's our boss room, so we can just kind of leave this floor if we want. I would love to go to the item room. If I got a key, I would go back to get to the item room, because we do have the money for it. And we've got enough spare health to make it worth our while. And now we're going to fight Monstro. Well, we've already beaten Monstro once, so this shouldn't be too problematic. We've got potential poison tears. Our damage is higher than ever. I can't believe he didn't land on us there, because we changed our minds midway through the jump about where I was going to go. So I would actually have expected to take some silly damage there. And in fact, we did take a little bit of silly damage there, but we're still going to get our devil deal. Toothpicks is going to give us... we're getting a lot of spirit hearts, which is good. Oof. 2 guppy items is great. Sadly, we can't afford 2 guppy items. Man, this is a toughie. I don't think we can take either of these. I think this is not going to be a guppy run. If we had 1 more health, then I would take them both. But not being able to take one, I don't think we should take the other. And that kind of pains me to say that, but I think it is probably the right decision. Can't bomb into here because we don't have a bomb. Do we want to go check the other room? Like, not that desperately. Let's get down to the caves. The catacombs, as it turns out. We got an envy fight. Not a big fan of envy fights, but we'll manage. Those spikes are going to prove to make this a little bit more awkward. This is one where you really do want to focus down one guy, because it minimises the number of dudes in the room, and it can be very tempting to just kind of splash around willy-nilly, but I wouldn't recommend that, because then you just end up flooding yourself with guys. Whereas this way, see, we control the number of dudes, and you really can keep things a lot more under your control by doing it this way and managing the numbers. And it's certainly a lot nicer to do it this way, and especially when you're fighting Super Envy, that's extra important, because he's going to split up into even more little dudes. Great, and there's a troll bomb, which doesn't do anything. We didn't even get an item, just a troll bomb. Good old Envy. Always a pain, rarely a help. We'll be able to get into this mob trap room, fight them. Once we've taken the old spider out, our damage is really nice now. This is red base damage because of the toothpicks. So I think really we're looking for shot speed up, or you know, just more sustainable health. Something like the Relic or the Book of Revelations would be great. I'm upset that we took a damage there, but I'll get by. It wasn't the end of the world. I'd love a key, I'd love Dark Bum here because we don't have a lot of red hearts, and we do have... we would benefit from the spirit heart drops it would give us. Take these guys out, lovely and simply. We'll blow up these fires, even though we can't reach them. You never know when it might come in handy. 2 rainbow poops in a room. I mean, that's not going to be super useful because the heal effect doesn't benefit us that much. I think here it's probably worthwhile going to our shop first. Although our shop isn't actually here, so we'll go find it. I think it might be worth us going to the shop first because we might be able to buy a key and an item. Or at the very least, if it's an item we don't want, we might be able to at least pick up a key to get us into the treasure room. It would be a shame to skip out on the treasure room because it is a free item. But at the same time, I'd hate to unnecessarily... Oh, great, we found our secret room. Fantastic. It looks like it's our super secret room, in fact. Okay, well, I guess we should take the strength card. Maybe we'll take the full card with us later. Or maybe we'll go into a curse room with it. It's a big old poop room, you've got to be careful of this. Very easy to get in trouble here. Like that. But we should be okay from now on. I'd rather not pop our sin heart on these poops. Doesn't feel too essential to me. Okay. And we'll clean these guys up. Strength card might be useful against our boss, so maybe we'll go fight our boss here. Get that done. And looks like it might be a double boss fight. So let's find out what it is. And then we can head back to our shop afterwards. Polycephalus, double polycephalus. And we can also Book of Belial. I don't know whether these stack up or not, to be honest, but nevertheless, could be kind of nice to have. And one of them's down, I think. Nope, not yet. Okay, now one of them's down. That poison damage might just finish him off. Didn't quite. But we did it anyway. And we can grab the matchbook, Evil Up. Grab ourselves a load of bombs, which will come in handy. Go into the devil room. It's a Krampus fight. Oh, we actually just got clipped by the end of that. I thought it had gone away. Turns out it hadn't quite left. You've got to be careful. Even when it's trailing off, it's still dangerous there. As we just found out. So, important to note. Oh, I took an unnecessary hit. Look how much damage that Sin Heart does. I don't know if that scales based on your current damage or not. The Krampus' head is not as good as the Book of Belial, sadly. Although it looks very pretty. But we'll head on over to the rest of our floor. We definitely want to grab that full card. We definitely want to go to the shop. We've got these sweet flaming fists. I don't even know what caused that. That must be the matchbook. It's a really nice effect, actually. I do like that a lot. Boop this open. And Mum's Pearl. I mean, that's great survivability. It's going to increase our number of soul heart drops, spirit heart drops, whatever you want to call them. And we definitely want to go to our shop still, if we can, as kind of a high priority. We should be able to, if we place our bomb carefully here, we should be able to blow up all of these. And we did, even though it wasn't the best bomb placement. Get a pill. Explosive diarrhea is going to be slightly awkward, but we managed it. Don't want to open this yet because we need that key to get in here. Oh, there's no key on sale, which is kind of upsetting. But I guess we'll grab this, and I guess we'll grab a bomb because we are quite low on bombs. Don't want to spend 15 cents on the Bible. But I would love to get into our... It looks like our secret room might be here, and that would actually work out very nicely for us because we would be able to get into the treasure room. And there we go, thankfully. And Black Lotus. Oh my god. Alpha Black Lotus. Oh. Man. I've still never seen a Black Lotus in person. And the box of spiders is actually not something we're going to want to take with us anyway. But the Black Lotus is very nice. Gives you one of each heart. A red heart, a spirit heart, a sin heart. We'll pop these before we head off, because they're joyful and fun. and I guess we'll get out of here. So the see you later, petrified poop. The Black Lotus, if you're not familiar with it somehow, is which, you know, I say somehow, but I'm sure plenty of people won't be. An item from an original card from the first Magic the Gathering set, and it basically it gives you, when you play it, it gives you 3 mana of any colour. I think of any one colour, perhaps. But so it's basically just you play it, you get 3 mana, and that's it. You might think, oh, that's not very good, but it's actually incredibly potent because it means you can play a 3-cost card on your first turn. In fact, you can play a 4-cost card. You can play 1 land. So you're only allowed to play 1 land a turn, and that's what gives you mana. So in your first turn, you should only have 1 mana. But if you can suddenly then get an extra 3 and play a 4 mana card on turn 1, you're so far ahead of the game. And Scorpio's going to give us Poison Tears. We're doubling down on this poison effect. It gets you so far ahead of the game, and it can just be incredibly potent to do that. And that can kind of wrap things up immediately. Imagine if you had 2 of them, you could then play a 7 mana card on turn 1. You had them in your starting hand. And that might be, the opponent might not have a chance to come back against that. But these bonies really do lob them out at quite a frequency. Man, I'd like to get in here. We need to find ourselves a room that's going to let us get, or not a room. We need to find ourselves a blood donation machine, perhaps, so that we can get into that. Oh, I'm upset about that. So that we can get into the boss trap room. Now, it might be a good idea to perhaps go spend that in the arcade. Arcade's always a good way to find a room like that. Would love flying here so we can grab all this money. Oof, look at that. Look at that change. I guess we can go fight the boss now. We're not going to need anything out the boss trap room to fight the boss. So seeing as we're here, I don't think there's anything like we're desperately going to mess up on by going here. We'll charge up. Looks like it might be the non-shooting one, which would be ideal. I like the one that doesn't shoot because it doesn't shoot at us. All we've got to worry about is those little flies that do shoot. Just got to manage the mobs, and I think that's the important thing, obviously, in this fight, where you have this Gurdy, is managing the mobs, because the mobs will hide behind Gurdy, and they'll shoot at you, and they're kind of dangerous. But as long as you keep firing a few bits and bobs through, there we go, and we get a health up, and we should take that first, so we can get it into the devil room, and spend it immediately on this pact. Boom, for damage and tears up. Look at this. This is a great look. I love this a lot. Really like the way we're looking right now. And, oh gosh, because the pact gave us spirit hearts, so we can't even use these spirit hearts. But then we won't worry about using the fool to get out the curse room, I guess. We'll just bump straight in there. And in fact, we can go to our boss trap room now, because now we've only got 1 heart anyway. And three of these is quite good. The reason I didn't pop them all at once is because I don't like to pop them all at once, because sometimes you can end up with like a load of spiders or troll bombs in the room as you're trying to fight people, and that can be a little bit dangerous. So if they pop in the course of the fight, that's fine, like if I have to walk into them for something, but I'll try not to pop them generally. And again, maybe we should have waited until we had our Book of Belial to come in here, but even so, we're in pretty good shape. Should be able to take Peep out without too much trouble, providing his eyes don't come over here and cause us a whole load of pain. Okay, the hitbox on the eyes always throws me off, so that's the one thing that can be kind of dangerous. But we cleaned him up, and we get ourselves a nice key, so that's going to give us more options. We got range up, that's good. And we got range down. Well, you win some, and by definition, you lose some. And that's the perfect example there. And oh man, if we'd been able to get those things earlier. They could still show up. Because we didn't pick them up, they have a chance to show up again. And guppy items are more likely to show up than your average item, because they're in a lot of the item room pools. They're in the gold chests, the red chests. They're in... We'll pop into the arcade here. They're in devil deals. They're really all over the place. But you can come up with some great things early on. Man, I would love Scatole, but I don't really want to sit here gambling forever. Like, time-wise, we're not going to get to... we're only on Caves 2. We're not going to get to Boss Rush. So that's less of a concern for us. So we might as well sit here for a few minutes. See if we can grab Scatole or something. At the moment, we haven't grabbed anything, so it's a little bit disappointing, really. Maybe we should play this machine a bit. It can be quite good when it works. Not really looking for hearts. We could play the blood donation machine a couple of times. We're not in a good position to do that because we can't use whole hearts or double hearts on the blood donation machine. We'd love to find our secret room. We have got 4 bombs. It might be worthwhile. There might be a nice item in there. There's a chance of getting a guppy item. Or something ridiculous. Or, you know, even just like some money maybe. Always love a bit of money. See, now here, this is one case where it's like, hey, we can play the blood donation machine, but we can only play it once. And then grab this heart, because we can't play it with our second red heart. Okay, let's get out of here. I feel like we've gambled enough for now. Did we go to our shop? No, we should have gone to our shop before I spent all that money. Okay, well, we didn't. And there's a second guppy item. Oh, things are looking up. I will keep the Book of Belial. And we'll pop our cards. Tears down, disappointing, but range up is great. I'm thinking down, if anywhere. Actually, no. I don't think it's gonna be in here. The other secret room. Eve's Birdfoot, probably not very useful. So we'll grab the one we already had, and we'll take our full card. Don't want to use this. Don't mind taking the damage because we're going to pick up those spirit hearts in a minute anyway. Now watch there be like an incredible item in the shop that I would have loved to buy. And I just completely forgot I hadn't been to the shop. Secret room could be here. Might be worth checking. Although maybe we should check it from above. So that we don't place bombs in the wrong place. Ooh, that makes me think it might not be there. Now I'm unsure. Okay, we tricked this guy into not charging. There we go. And we can go into our shop now. And it's the greed fight, which is actually okay for us because we'll have money to spend on future floors now. There we go, clear that up. Nice and quickly. Plenty of money that we can make use of on future floors. Clear this stuff out. Remember, we're trying to get down like as far as we can. So ideally, we want to be guaranteeing that by getting as strong as possible. It's not. We could just be kind of strong enough, but I don't think that's sufficient. I think we want to be like extra super duper strong. Trying to get magic mushroom or something out of here. We get a pill. It's a pretty fly, which is nice to have. Definitely not going to complain about a pretty fly. I guess we could have our secret room down here as a potential option. And it is in fact down here. And there's a key beggar. We don't have a lot of keys. We don't really have a lot of bombs either, so maybe we'll just let this guy go. Nah, we'll murder him in cold blood. I guess we should have placed it so we could have a better chance of hitting the other mushroom. Never mind, we didn't do that. I still can't grab this money. Still no good way of doing that. Let's get on to the next floor, I suppose. And there we go. We've basically refilled up to maximum, or close to. I'm going to drink a little bit of coffee. Fantastic. And we can go straight into our mob trap room. See what's in here. Poison Tears works a treat against these zombie guys because we can hit them kind of without hitting them in their actual weak spot. We can just hit them in the front and that poison's going to do its work. Slowly but surely. It's better than nothing. Watch out for these old hands. Lovely. And then the big fat dudes, gotta watch out for these guys because they're gonna hop around like lunatics. And there we go, we've cleaned them up pretty quickly. Doing pretty good damage, especially with the old Book of Belial active. But even in general, like our damage is very solid right now. Oh, I wandered into you, son. Still, not too bad. Not too unhappy with that. I'm actually more unhappy with the fact that we picked up the Spirit Heart in the other room there, when we only had half a Spirit Heart missing. There was a bit of a wasted health there. We should be popping our Book of Belial on any room that seems particularly dangerous like this. It's going to be a couple of moments before we see our boss room anyway, so the quicker we can clean up a room like this, the better. Ooh, the mysterious candy. I think this thing like causes you to create random poop on the floor. I'm not quite sure how it functions or how often it functions. But I definitely want to keep this. It's been paying out with a lot of Spirit Hearts so far, and hopefully it'll keep that up. Because that's been a real boon to us. And no doubt will continue to be so. Getting a few poison hits off across the screen. I'm kind of firing from over here rather than wandering over because we've got the range advantage. And I want to make the most of that. I don't want to wander into someone else's range unnecessarily. We do get a card. Death. Death. And see if we can nab another card or so here. Nope, just a dude. He's dead. Not going to use a bomb on a single one. Like on 2 I think is quite reasonable, but not on 1. Lovely, and clean that up too. And I guess we'll go in this big room, try and use our Book of Belial charge perhaps. Definitely seems like a valid case for it. Got to watch out for that guy charging in. There we go, cleaned him up. Still that other guy charging round. Got to be careful of him. There he is. Who knows where he's going to show up. He's going for the big charge this time. I want to see if I can get a poison hit off on him, because that's going to make cleaning him up a little bit easier. Take out these remaining greed heads. We'll keep an eye out. I don't really want to spend 1 bomb on looking for cards. That feels a little bit excessive. I would use it on a tinted rock, but the skulls have a lower chance, I think, of paying out in general. Tinted rocks are always guaranteed to give you something. Doesn't look like we've got any here. We can go into our curse room for sure. See if we can find that final guppy item. We got Curse of the Blind. That's kind of upsetting. Gimpy, fantastic, very happy with that. Chance to get those Spirit Heart payouts, so really doubling down on our survivability aspect here, which I think is going to be key. Remember, we've still got that death card too. I will definitely blow this up. I guess I'll blow it up here. See if we can nab like a secret room or something. Doesn't look like it. But we can definitely pay this guy off. Don't want to go below 15 cents so we can have money for the shop. But he'll probably pay out before we get there, in all likelihood. Paid out with a nice item for us. The box of stuff. Lovely stuff. And a nice card. The sun is one we're going to want to take with us. Pretty fly we'll definitely use. I don't think we want the extra speed of the goat's hoof. It's a nice thing to have, but I don't think so essential that we can't just get by without it. And there we go, clean this room up as well. This is quite a nice one to bomb if we can get like a sort of about there maybe. We get a black heart, not quite as much as I would have liked to get. We've still got our death card. I guess we can take this death card over to somewhere over here. Remember, we've got that sun card. I probably would take that over the full card on the grounds that it does a lot of damage and we don't necessarily have anything we need a full card for. Because we're not, if we're going to boss rush, then maybe I would keep that. But we're not going to boss rush. Instead, we're going to take Fire Mind, which is kind of a dangerous item because enemies will explode. But our damage is going to be pretty off the charts now. Man, that Sin Heart didn't even kill these guys. So we want to be careful we're not standing too close to enemies here, really, because of the chance Fire Mine will explode and leave a little pool of flame on the floor. Oh man, there's an item for 15 cents. It might be a usable item, but we're not going to have many more chances to spend our money. Oh, well, it does give us 5 bombs. I don't feel too badly about that, even though I'm not going to take it with us. I still think that's okay. I'm perfectly content to have used that and got ourselves a few more bombs. We might be able to use them on a rock, perhaps. There you go. There's that explosion. It's like a random chance to happen when you hit an enemy, and it leaves these little fires which we can walk in, but the enemies can't walk in. It won't do them any good whatsoever. Get out of here. Oh, the bloat. This is a horrible fight. It's not too bad when you know it, but he fires these side lasers. He fires lasers incredibly quickly. So if you don't know how to deal with him, he can be a real pain. And we should use a Book of Belial. I kind of forgot about it. So if we stand here, he's going to fire lasers immediately to the side. If you stand like just to the side of him, look at that. Look how quickly those come out. You really just can't ever be standing to the side or directly in front of him. You can stand behind him, and then really that's where you want to be if you can get there. And we did it. It was quite a painful fight, but we always kind of expect that with the bloat. Speed up is nice to have. And not having to spend health here is good, because we don't really have a lot to spend. Super Mega Troll Bomb's not nice. Thanks very much for that speed up a second ago. Man, what a disappointing Devil Deal room. Okay, well, we'll grab the Sun card and we'll make our merry way. Perhaps we can blow up some skulls for another card or for some more Sin Hearts here. Nope, nothing doing. Okay, well, let's go grab our Sun card from over in the left-hand side. And we'll make good progress. I think we're in a good place here. I would like a bit more survivability. I think we actually did quite well there. We didn't get... I'm always scared that when you have Curse of the Blind, like, I want to take the items because I'm not going to refuse items, but there's always that little thing in your mind that's going to be, oh, this is going to be one of those, like, the one items that's going to completely ruin you. You know, oh, I'm going to end up with Ipecac, my reflection. Something that's just horrible and, deadly to yourself. But we actually did pretty well. Firemind is an item I'm kind of cautious about, but I think it is good overall. You just have to be very careful about how you use it. You just got to be careful you don't stand too close to enemies most of the time when you're shooting, because that explosion will hurt you. If you can get Pyromaniac, it's a nice little bit of synergy. But that's often asking. It's maybe asking for a bit much. Like, if we can get this guy to jump on the on the fires, that would kind of be ideal for us. There we go. He's going to take damage real quickly while he's just sitting there on that fire. So, like, anytime you can do that, get him to land on his own on the fires you've made. Oh, I knocked him down and then ran into the effect. Okay, great. We get a bit of money. Get another pill that we don't know what it is. Luck down. That's kind of upsetting. Right, well, we probably won't do too much gambling then. We must have seen most of the pills in our rotation now, I feel like. See, this is the thing where I don't want to fire at that guy when he's that close to me, because I'm a little bit scared of the effect. Okay, lovely. Great stuff. That worked out alright. I guess we can go in our curse room now. It paid out well enough for us. And Gimpy paid out too, so that's excellent. Gimpy hopefully will pay a bit more. Luck down does affect Gimpy. It's kind of a shame to get that. I do want to go through this room, but maybe we'll check up here first in case. Because that's one of those rooms where we shouldn't take damage on that room that we just went into, but it's probably better to not go through it multiple times unless you need to. So we'll check over here first, see if this is where we want to be. Okay, nothing doing over here, but we did get a key, which is probably worthwhile. I mean, we didn't take any damage, and we're not in a rush to go anywhere, so I'd say it's worthwhile. Not going to risk the double here. I don't think we quite would have made it. But I want to get out of this before they... There's plenty of good positions to be in here. We just have to be careful about where we are. And that fire around the edge is always going to be good. Any fires that trigger here are going to be nice. But even if they don't, we're in good shape. I love Dark Bum. We've got so many things to use on Dark Bum. Oh, lovely. Someone's left a lovely room of poop for us. I don't know if this can trigger on hitting poop, the fire mine, but we'll try not to stand too close just in case it can. Probably can trigger on that fly. Kind of weird to put out fires with your fire tiers. I feel like maybe you should, like, that should be a downside to fire tiers, is you can't put out fires anymore. Don't know. That seems like a weird counterintuitive thing. But I guess, you know, that would require some weird mechanical design perhaps. Boink, we'll grab that. I'm at the point where, whoa, these guys are real fast. I'm very worried about using Book of Belial in our current state. Because of where we're at. Well, because I don't know how close we are to the boss room. Man, I didn't want to get stuck in a corner there, but I kind of got stuck in a corner there. We can definitely grab this key, and we can definitely blow these guys up as well. I guess probably the best place to put it is here. And then the same on the other side. Bam 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 bam. Okay, let's see what cards we've got. We've got a Justice card, which is just going to give us some items. And oh, in fact, we can actually get out of here now. Because of the rocks getting blown in. We've got another Justice card, which is perfectly welcome. And we'll grab these. I'm just being very, very careful that we don't walk over the spikes unnecessarily. Don't like this. Don't like this. We'll get out before this guy comes around. Okay, we can get into our item room. Man, I forgot we hadn't seen our... Ooh, this is... You know, I'm not going to turn it down. I haven't had it enough times to turn it down. Our damage is already very high, so this should be great for us. This is the hollow. The hollow is not travelling in the direction it should be travelling. Our damage is pretty solid here. It actually means we don't have to worry too much. I don't think Fire Mine even triggers. I believe Mum's Knife's going to have way more triggers in Afterbirth. Okay, Fire Mine is still going, so I presume so. Actually, that means it probably will still have a chance to trigger on things. And our shop is here too, which is nice. Always nice to have a shop. And we've got enough money to actually buy something. And half price as well. I don't mind if I do. And I guess we'll buy this and see what it is. Tears down. We're not going to use it. Well, let's donate our 3 cents. Well, no, let's not donate our 3 cents, I guess. Right, in we go to the mum fight. Why are you not taking damage? I feel like I'm overfiring my mum's knife a bit. Like I should maybe not be firing as far as I am. There we go. I was kind of overdoing it and it was going too far, and that was actually maybe bad for us. Because it does damage constantly on ticks, so you want to use it kind of as little as possible. Ghost Baby for a heart. Like, I don't think that's necessarily beneficial to us. We'll just take the negative. And we'll get down. I think if we can get down to a half red heart, that might actually allow us to get cool invincibility effects. With, oh, Infamy is fantastic for us. Chance of damage reduction is very much appreciated in any situation. I'm kind of cautious of like breaking all these up into smaller bits when we're not ready to deal with them. So you see we can actually just damage stuff with Mum's knife by standing next to it, which is often like kind of a good strategy if you're not sure about how it's going to fire out. You see here you want to fire it just far enough to hit them a lot, because that's going to deal the maximum damage. There we go, look at that. Lovely and clean. Sadly nothing. Still would love Dark Bomb. That would still be a fantastic pickup for us. I would have traded our final heart for Dark Bomb, absolutely. I feel like I need to get more practice with Mum's knife anyway. And I think the damage is worth it, even if you're not as competent with it like me. Compared to the damage we were doing was solid. In fact, like the fact that we had Fire Mine was actually putting me off because I was taking so much, whereas here now we really can kind of burn through a lot of enemies quite quickly. There we go, clean this up. I don't necessarily want to go in there willy-nilly, because it is going to be 2 hearts of damage. We don't have a ton of recovery. There we go, clean you out. And we'll... There we go. I actually have trouble firing it at an angle. Oh man, we could fall out of there. I would maybe go in for a heart, just to see what it was. That's a much more palatable deal to me. Oh, that's actually completely worthwhile. For the mark, more damage, and we'll card our way out of here. Go up, but go back up, grab this. Gonna watch out for this guy. Nail him. It's a shame that guy doesn't have a health bar. It makes it a little bit awkward to see what he's doing. Oh, I was very cautious of that. Okay, and another Sin Heart. Again, we're going to want really anything that's going to up our survivability a little bit. Because at the moment it's okay, but it could be better. We don't have too many incoming sources of red hearts. We do have Infamy, which is definitely going to help a fair chunk, but you can't beat some kind of reliable heart generation. I would even take a few luck ups or the lucky foot or something that's going to give us a good chunk of spirit hearts out of gimpy payouts. That would be okay with me. There we go, clean you up. Our homing Mum's knife last time was fantastic. Kind of a shame that this one's not homing, but nevertheless, stabby stabby. We look like a real good horror serial killer here now, I will say. I'm impressed I managed to dodge that. Didn't manage to dodge it the second time. They fire so quickly. I feel like I've made my feelings on the eye monsters pretty clear at this point, and how little I like them. Get out of there, Isaac. Get out of there. No. Took way too much damage. Wait for that creep to go. Range up is okay, I guess. I don't know that I actually want range up. Remember, we've still got the sun as a damage card whenever we need it. What on earth is this room? Oh, it's Skolax. I really couldn't work out what it was there. Come on. It's actually kind of hard to hit Skolax with Mum's knife. We'll probably kill him almost instantly when we do. But it's awkward to actually hit him, because you need to hit him in the tail. There we go. We did get a little bit of a clip there. And a little bit there. See, that's where you get the real damage, is when that ticks off, when he pops his little toe up like that. And there we go. And we do get another deal with the devil, of course. Torn photo, sadly not useful. This is one of those times where, you know, if we didn't have Mum's knife, that might actually be better. And here, I mean, this seems like a pretty no-brainer to me. No real reason not to take it. We even get the red heart back, so there's no real danger there. And in fact, doesn't that make us guppy? It does. Look at those ears. We're guppy. We're serial killing, beer swilling, hard working, knee jerking, jet flying, limousine riding, little kiddie son of a guns. And we're gonna show these guys what for. And I need to get some flies out of this business quick, and I'm not doing it yet. Why am I not getting my flies? Oh, I can fly, of course. I literally didn't think about that, the fact that I could fly. Lemon party. Don't mind if I do. Love a lemon party. I want to build up a few flies so that we have some kind of buffer. They can protect us when things start to get nearby. Man, the speed this is flying out at, I really don't need to hold it for very long. Definitely want to keep our regeneration over the cards. Don't think we're going to get too many cards that are going to help us. Maybe an Emperor would be nice, but I'm not too fussed about that to where I'm going to worry about it. Still would have loved Dark Bum. Still not seen it. But there we go. Such is the way. We keep rotating around here. See if we can take these guys out. Infamy protecting us there. Come on. Flies do work. Do as much damage as we can to Mum's heart in one hit. Crikey, we actually took more damage than I would have liked there. Oh, we got plenty of options. We could go down, we could go up. I don't know. I don't feel that confident in going up, to be honest. So let's go down. We could go all the way down. That's definitely an option. I don't think we used Book of Belial there, which is maybe a mistake. But I'm going to say it's definitely a mistake. But such is the way. Sometimes these things happen. Remember, we've still got our sun card if we need it. It's always going to come in handy. Still got those poison effects. Look at that, lovely. See if we can get the... I don't remember what that pill is. It does look familiar though. It's not. It's another one we don't know. Pheromones. Every time I see a red heart, I think about Dark Bum and how good it would be in this situation. There we go, lovely. Cleaned up war there. Not too dangerous. Kind of didn't need to fight him, but we weren't to know that. He was just in a little room on his own. We stabbed that guy to death. All the way to death. Don't want the cursed skull. I don't think we've had it, so maybe I should pick it up. Oh wait, we've got more trinket room. Oh, I definitely don't want it. Oh, I used the Book of Belial instead of holding the drop button. The cursed skull will teleport you out when you take damage down to a half heart. But I don't want to be teleported anywhere. Do you want to not do that? Do you want to not do that? We have got 10 lives. Which is will give us some kind of buffer. Although, like, unless we get some spirit heart generation, it's not going to be much of a buffer. It might just end up being us dying 10 times if we get down to that. So hopefully that's not a thing. Infamy is going to protect us a little bit here. Come on. I know you're there. See, look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff we could have if Dark Bum was around. And I realise that, you know, that's such a small item chance. I shouldn't keep going on about it, but you see these things and you think about how perfect it could be. If only. And, you know, you just wish. You wish for the dream. I'm very scared about this, I will say. Just because of these guys floating around, like, they're kind of a little bit scary to me, but that's dealt with them. We'll blow that up. And I guess we'll blow up down here as well and see what we get. In fact, we just made a dude and we made another dude. But, no problem. 2 boxes. I'll take 2 boxes of all these red hearts that we still can't use. Thanks, game. Finally a spirit heart. And we take damage in the process. Crikey, you're fast. Man, give me that Dark Bum. Double Monstro here. Can't believe that one's not dead. Okay, now he is. And there we go, we've cleaned up. Look at all these red hearts. Look at all these delicious red hearts that could be getting used. If only, if only the option were there. We should use a key rather than a bomb. Pill. Tears down. Not very helpful. Don't like this room at all. But I guess we'll deal with it. And again, much like Envy, you kind of want to deal with these guys in as few bits as possible. And we're going to be somewhat protected. I feel like we're not getting as many flies out of being guppy as I would expect to. Oh, Infamy kept us alive there. Thanks, Infamy. Doing work for us. An Eternal Heart. Well, I mean, I guess that's more protection. That basically is going to function like a Spirit Heart. And it did, in fact, keep us alive there. The Rosary, not super useful. We can use the Book of Belial here if we want. Will keep us alive in this room. We're really skinning our teeth here. We've got so much damage. But we haven't had too much survivability lately. I didn't really want to pick that up because it's not going to make a difference. And it would have been nice actually if we had a Spirit Heart to be able to take that half damage. Cool. I do not like this room, one iota. I don't really want to use it because our Sun card could be so useful. We've already found our boss room and our Sun card could be super useful if we do get down to the next room to fight, down to the dark room. So that we can find the boss quickly. This is a tough fight. We might not necessarily make this. No, we're dead. We could do this hypothetically. If we get a little way down, then maybe we'll go looking for more stuff. Whoa. Okay. Just a little bit more. Whew. That's testament to how high our damage is, really, that we could actually get away with that. Okay. Okay, we made it. And here we are in the dark room. Big golden key door. Troll bombs, a couple of Spirit Hearts, that warms my heart. And just some spiders. Well, those Spirit Hearts should hopefully come in handy. We'll go use our Sun card in the first dangerous room we come across. Kind of clean out this room nice and quickly with it. And it will show us our full layout. So now we can we blow it? Can we even blow up the wall in these places? Oh wow, look at that. I haven't, oh man. Bit of money. That's pretty much useless here, but you damn it, like if there's money I'm going to take it even if I don't need it. I don't think that's necessarily going to be a quicker route around for us. Looks like our boss is really a fairly long way away. Oh, double cage actually. Like this might be a room that we would have benefited from getting around, because this is going to be one where very, very easy to take a load of damage. Really for nothing. And I actually think like maybe we would go around this retrospectively. Shouldn't take damage from him while he's rolling really. But the jump is very difficult to deal with. Okay. On we go. No! We've been murdered. Now I believe you can't bomb your way through rooms on the dark room, so that's not an option for us, sadly. Gotta not die to that fly, that's very important. It's going to require pretty good play from us. We do have that the insurance policy, I suppose, of the dead cat, but it's not going to get us through a room. We still have to get through rooms ourselves. Oh no, and we're not going to do it like that. Okay, well, taking out one makes our life a lot easier. Oh, we killed them all. Maybe we'll have killed them all and it'll trigger the room being empty. Nope. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Oh, it's just flinging stuff at us. That's kind of mean. Oh, a spider killed me. Oh, this is rough. I'm having trouble with this widow room specifically. I don't like the way they jump in, really. I think that's the thing. Okay. But we're still alive. We shouldn't die to a spider. We didn't die to a spider. Either way, I'm pretty happy because we did beat Sheol. So I'm not actually too disappointed, even if we don't actually end up making it through this entire thing. The whipworm's not going to be super useful to us. I don't want to fight double death really, but I mean we don't have a choice. Okay, he's going to come off his horse, so we should be careful of that when we're damaging him and not stand too close, because we need to get out of the way of the horse when he jumps off it like that. I even knew it was coming, and yet I didn't get away with it in time. Oh, he jumps off it so quickly. Oh, and we're dead. But we did beat Sheol, and we unlocked Judas's tongue. So I'm not too disappointed with that overall. Thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, be sure to bop that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more Binding of Isaac and other games as well, of course. I've been Ken. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers! See you later.